Good afternoon. My name is Forrest, and I'm the VP of Business Development at GenLogs. And I'm so excited to show you guys the platform today. We're going to show you how GenLogs is tracking freight all around the country, how it can help you have better engagements with customers, how it can help you from the compliance side with compliance and security, and ultimately source better capacity. So we're able to do all this as we maintain a nationwide network of cameras along the highway, interstate, and middle mile. And we take over 15 million images per day. So let's get to the tool. I'm going to go in right now and throw in Premier Trailer Leasing. Now, as the system thinks, you'll notice up here that we can search a variety of different ways. We can look by DOT, license plate, MC number, cab number, truck VIN, and also logo. Now, we're looking for the logo now as our computer vision model has been trained to see the Premier trailer. And so we can go in and look at some of these images here. We'll look here at Hampton, Virginia, just earlier today at 10:17 a.m. to give you an idea of how recent some of these images can be. And I'll click on and we'll have 3 great images of this truck. So we're capturing front, side, and rear, every passing truck on the road. Now, when we capture this image, again, it's run through our computer vision model, which allows the user to search by those various data points. So we can go along the side here. If you're running things like flatbed, we can confirm things like bad strap work or bad tarp work. And we should have a good departure shot of this truck on the way out, showing that trailer number. Now, if I wanted to, I could search this truck by the trailer and follow its journey around the country over the last year. And you'll notice over here to the side that we can see all the DOTs running under the Premier Trailer Leasing flag, in addition to the MC numbers and also with the license plates. Now, what really makes GenLogs shine here is the equipment types. We're able to search by drive-in, reefer, flatbed, box truck, you name it, and all in real time. What I'm going to do now is hop over to the Freight Intelligence platform and show you how we can use this to source reliable capacity. So I'm going to put in an OD here, looking to go from Dallas, Texas to Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, when I hit search, the system is going to tell me all the carriers operating on this lane. Now, it's a good portion of Middle America and freight land, so we should get a lot of options. And you'll see out the gates, we have 1,457 carriers that we identified. How do we make that more manageable for our team on the floor? So we can change the fleet size. So we default from 0 to 1,000 to give you the widest variety of hits, but we could say we want to focus on 20 power units to 50 power units. We could also go to the authority age and say that we don't want to talk to anyone who has not been an authorized carrier for more than 4 years or more than 5 years. And perhaps most relevant to this group, again, we can search by the equipment type. So we can look at things like reefer, flatbed. I hit apply. That takes our search criteria from this down to this. Now, since we've kept our search intentionally vague, the system is saying, okay, I'm going to rank this by the folks that I'm seeing on this lane the most. Now, from the prospecting standpoint or being able to call in on these guys, I could copy all of these emails right now. I could drop it into a BCC and blast that out. I could also export this entire list, put it in a CSV. You could hand it off to your team if they use Tableau or some other way to look at data. Now, let's see why IQS Group is at the top of the list. Now, what I'll do is I'll explain the map first, and then we'll go to this information card that just popped up on the left. As I zoom in, you'll notice we have a bunch of green dots. These green dots represent where we have seen IQS Group over the last 3 years on disparate data sets and also our cameras, or the images that we're taking in. Now, what's really neat is you'll notice that we have pink dots here as well. Those pink dots represent where GenLogs has seen IQS Group in the last 24 hours. Now, the red upside down chevron up here just symbolizes where they're domiciled. And you'll notice that in this case, Texas is the bluest because this is really a heat map. It's letting us know where we've seen IQS Group the most around the country. This look is extremely crucial from the compliance side. GenLogs takes in around 20 to 50 calls per week from folks who have been robbed who aren't GenLogs customers. And when we run the MCs of the companies that have robbed them, we find out that oftentimes they booked the load for a company that's never even been in that OD pair. So you tell me that you booked the load from California to, I don't know, Florida, and then I go and check GenLogs, and they've never even been to either of those states. We've also noticed that at the 30-day mark, 99.9% of the nefarious actors out there, their movement completely disappears at the 30-day mark. That's because, as we know, there are companies going out of business, putting MCs up for sale. People go out and buy those MCs and then use those to create a company and then go steal someone's load. So the 30-day mark is crucial from the compliance side, being able to make sure you're doing business with people that won't steal your stuff. Now, to bring this all full circle, I can go to the asset locator. Again, that takes me back away from the lane just to see where we've seen IQS or IGS in this case around the country, to confirm things like operational radius, to confirm things like the types of equipment class that they're actually moving. So for example, if you tell me that you move reefer in Texas, I can throw in the MC, DOT, and I can confirm that 1, you operate in Texas, or 2, you actually move reefer on that lane. So I'm going to hop out of the asset locator now, and we're going to talk about shippers and how you can use this to supercharge conversations with your prospects. We're going to go stay in the Dallas-Cincinnati lane here. We hit search, and we automatically pulled up 1,145 shippers. Now, that's a lot. How do we manage that? We could focus on facility types. So maybe you just want to see who is a distribution center or a manufacturing plant. We could also focus on things like shipper lot size. So if you want to attack a small, medium, or large industry. Now, we stayed with the lane OD approach, but we could have easily put in one of the 375,000 shippers we have in the system. So you can put in Nestle, you can put in Purina or Costco or Walmart. Now, in this case, since we've also kept our search intentionally vague, the system is just saying, all right, who moves the most volume on this lane out of this OD pair? We see PPG Industries. Now, you'll notice we have a port intermodal and a rail intermodal notification here because we can see where they're going ramp-wise as well. So as I zoom in, I'll walk you through what we're looking at this map. These light-colored hexagons are us telling you these are probable lanes. We've seen them move something there. It's an out of orbit, maybe it's a one-off. But if I'm prospecting, I'm certainly going to call an asset and say, hey, the Woodward, Oklahoma lane, that's a power lane for me. I'd love to talk to you about that business and what happened with that. The dark-colored hexagons are us telling you definitively, we've seen them move stuff there. We see it recently and frequently, and we can even assess some level of load volume. So I can go in and see that this is outbound, 15 to 20%, or up here to Oklahoma City, 0 to 5%. So imagine being able to arm your sellers with information at an enterprise level knowledge before they even pick up the phone. Now, I can also go in here and I can look at inbound, and I can look at outbound, and I can look at inbound and outbound. Now, perhaps most importantly, for the folks that already maintain customers, we urge our customers, the folks that use GenLogs, to, hey, have your sellers run what they currently work against what GenLogs is actually showing you. We often see a delta between those two. So the ability to use GenLogs to expand, wallet share, and grow your business. Once again, my name's Kris Forrest. I'd love to talk to you more. I'll be floating around. Please feel free to stop by and say hello. Thank you.